Welcome back to another episode of Lit Financially, the channel where we're giving you simple, easy, and practical ways to help you illuminate your financial game. I was in Colorado, but we're back here in beautiful Marina del Rey. Today, we're gonna dive into 3 simple steps to unlock financial freedom while you're in your 20s. You don't have to wait. You can do this while you're in your 20s. I'm really excited about this video because a lot of these things I only wish I knew when I was in my 20s, but I can't wait to share this information with you. This isn't the first step, but what I will say that the number one most important thing that took me to another level in my own personal journey was a dedication to reading books. Books on books on books on books. Anything, finance, self-help, self-improvement, anything that was gonna get myself out of my comfort zone and help me learn something is something that I still do today. I highly recommend. The last book I just finished reading was Financial Literacy. Check it out, by John Hope Bryant. Highly recommend. It's a great book. And it really goes and expounds upon the basic ideas of the importance of not only understanding the credit system, but managing your personal finances. Let's do it. All right, we're gonna hop right in here. We're gonna go to step number 1. Step number 1 is building a solid financial foundation. So if you wanna get your money right, you have to have a solid financial foundation. You gotta know. For me, this means mastering the basics: budgeting, saving, and managing your expenses, okay? You should, number 1, if you don't already, start by creating a budget. You gotta 100% have a budget. You gotta track your income, you gotta track your expenses. You need to 100% know where your money is going. This will help you identify the areas where you can cut back, save more, maybe reallocate some of those monies. But this doesn't mean that you really can't do anything. It doesn't mean you have to stay inside all day. But what this does is it helps you change your financial approach from being reactionary to being a better planner. And trust me, I wish that I did a better job of this in my 20s 100%, okay? That's why this is something I really care about. Another thing to keep in mind is setting specific financial goals. You absolutely must have goals, you must have an emergency fund, and you must have a plan to pay off any debt. Having clear goals will keep you motivated to hit those goals and keep you excited about it. I mean, there's a lot of useful apps for budgeting, like Mint, for example. Your banking app probably has some type of budgeting software within it. But what I say for myself is the biggest thing that changed my financial game for the better is actually learning how to use Excel and to track your expenditures and your goals without the help of apps. I wanted to learn how to better manage my finances, so then in the future, I would better understand how to manage my business's finances, right? So I took an accounting class online, and I remember their very first day, the teacher said, "You are the CEO of yourself," okay, as a business. And it really at that point clicked for me. You want to treat your finances like you're the CEO of your own business. And if you do that, you're gonna have a plan for all the things that you want to do, because every dollar is important. Tip number 2, you would have heard this before if you watched any of my videos. The most important thing that you do is you have to pay yourself first. If you work for a company, and they pay you via direct deposit, there really isn't any excuse why you can't direct at least 10% of your check into a savings account, ideally a HYSA. HYSA stands for High Yield Savings Account, if you're wondering. And if your savings account isn't paying you between 4 to 5%, it's time for a new one. We can certainly help you with that as well, but don't leave your money in a savings account that is not bearing good interest, okay? Okay, step number 2. Step number 2 to getting your money right is you have to understand credit management and credit improvement. Managing your credit and improving your credit, these things are vital. These things are vital in unlocking financial freedom in your 20s. If you can have these things tackled in your 20s, you're going to be able to crush it, and life's going to be a lot easier moving forward, especially when you want to settle down, you want to have families, you want to get married. All these things are going to become a lot easier, less of a headache. Of course, you know, a good credit score is crucial for financial freedom because it affects your ability to get loans, to rent apartments, and even to get certain jobs. A lot of jobs are running credit scores, running the background on your credit just to make sure that you're a credit-worthy person. It becomes a difference between possibly thousands and thousands of either lost money or saved money. So to build or improve your credit score, the most important thing is you gotta pay your bills on time. This is the most significant factor in your credit. Do whatever you have to do to make sure that you pay all your active accounts on time. Missing payments will crush your credit score, okay? Number two thing, you want to keep your credit card balances low. You definitely want to avoid maxing out your cards, going over the credit limit. Aim to use only 30% of your available credit on every credit card that you have. You can also make sure that you pay off the balance every month. If you can't pay off the balance every month, you can't afford to buy whatever you're about to buy. If you need help, make sure you get somebody that can help you dispute things that are inaccurate. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Debt is a great example. Ignoring your debt won't make it disappear. As a matter of fact, it usually gets worse with interest and fees piling and piling and piling up. Plus, it hurts your credit score, and it's best to tackle it head on before it becomes a bigger and bigger headache. Especially these days when you're looking at credit card interest rates are 29+%, you have a plan to pay off your debt. If you can't afford to pay for it, don't put it on your credit card. Okay, so last but definitely not least, step number 3 of getting your money right is invest early for long-term success. This is one of the biggest things I wish I would have done a better job of in my 20s. Invest early. Do things while you're young. A lot of things that you do while you're young are a lot easier. Let's see, for example, learning a new language. When you're young, your brain is more adaptable, it's more malleable, you're better at picking up new skills, making it easier to become fluent in a foreign language. So the same thing happens with your financial game, right? Investing early is imperative for long-term success. You have less pressure. The earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow through the power of compounding interest. Here's a quick example of compounding interest if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about. So imagine you invest $100 at an annual interest rate of 5%. At the end of the first year, you're gonna earn $5 in interest, making your total $105. The next year, you earn interest not only on the initial $100, but you actually earn the interest on $105, making your grand total $110.25, right? So over time, your money grows faster because you're earning interest on both the initial investment and the interest that you've already earned. So the younger that you do this, the less pressure that you have. You don't actually have to invest as much, but your money will grow at a faster rate. Marcus, where do I start? I have no idea what to do. Well, the most exciting thing about finance, if you have a plan, you really can curate your own financial dreams. Here's the most important tip. When you have your money right, you can consistently contribute to your investments, even if it's a small amount. Over time, these contributions will add up. If you do it consistently, you start while you're young, they'll add up. Plan for your retirement outside of your work-provided plan. While employee-sponsored plans like a 401k, like a 403b if you're a nurse, it's a great start, but they might not be enough to ensure a comfortable retirement on their own. Relying solely on them can leave you short-handed due to factors like there's contribution limits to them. There's potential market fluctuations, market risk. There's rising costs of living, inflationary risk, and there's also obviously taxes. Some people don't know that those monies go into your 401k pre-tax, so meaning when you take them out, you have to get taxed. For the ideal retirement, you can diversify your savings. take advantage of different tax benefits with different styles of accounts, but it's important to have extra to help you protect against uncertainties, protect against market downsides. Make sure that you have enough funds to maintain your desired retirement lifestyle. It's important to have an extra cushion to help protect against uncertainties. You never know. The market always crashes, okay? So ensure that you have enough funds to maintain your desired lifestyle throughout retirement. Remember, the earlier that you start, the more time your money has to grow. All right, so to recap, number one is make sure that you're building a solid financial foundation. Number two, you want to manage and improve your credit score while you're in your 20s. And lastly, but not least, you want to invest early, and you want to do this for long-term success. Give yourself time for your money to compound. Remember, financial freedom starts with small, simple baby steps. Build a foundation, build one that's solid, manage your credit wisely, and start investing early. Start investing early. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you 100% like, send us a comment below, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can be the first to get all of our content. Make sure you hit that notification bell. You can sign up for our newsletter. You can read our books. You can book a consultation with us so that we can help you in anything that you need. This has been Lit Financially. Thank you so much for joining us, hanging out with us. This has been Lit Financially. Peace. Peace.